Welcome back from around the world. You're here at the right place if you want to see some incredible UFO sightings tonight, including an update in regards to what happened over the past 24 hours and this UFO pentagon drop, whatever you want to call it. I think we coined it. It was a big nothing burger, but we're going to break that down, including some incredible footage that's been put out on the internet. Is it incredible after all? Is it a hoax? We're going to break it down right now, so buckle up, everybody. It's Blake Cousins right here at Third Phase of Moon's headquarters on the Big Island of Hawaii with my brother Brent. Let's just get to this one. Coming out of South America, take a look at this. So we're looking at this footage, and a lot of people are going to say, well, this could be some kind of blimp, air balloon show going on. Right now, we're not seeing any kind of undercarriage or a gondola, and I like the way the person's panning around, showing the area and getting kind of some perspective on this object. We're going to pull in a closer shot and take a look at this. It looks like a disc-shaped metallic object above and this kind of an orange cone underneath. It's really bizarre, but that was an incredible close-up image there. Again, you can see the person's kind of struggling to hold a steady shot, but hey, if you're seeing something this grand in the sky, this big, look, we're pulling it in a closer shot again. Same features, no gondola, who's operating it? Nobody. And again, this thing's quite large. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, Blake, definitely we've been seeing these acorn kind of shaped craft over there in South America. This one's, again, it has these weird qualities. You can see, like Blake just said, that kind of disc shaped right on the top. It looks like a classic flying saucer, and then the acorn kind of thing protruding beneath it. It's pretty cool. I'd estimate the size of this thing to be probably about 30 to 40 feet. Here's a good close-up of it again. You can almost see, if people might even say, a window on the top of it, this kind of horizontal window shape. It's pretty fascinating. I really like this capture, Blake.
Yeah, and some broad daylight. This is what we want, and it's crystal clear footage comparatively to some of the stuff the Pentagon's putting out or being leaked by filmmakers. But again, we're looking at it close. It has this reddish hue, and again, it was a little clearer in the other shot where you could almost make out like these portholes peering from this craft. What the heck is going on here? We even have more videos coming in from around the world, out of Asia. Watch this. All right, let's take a good look at this again. What is going on? Could this be some kind of maybe reflection from within the building itself? I don't think so. You can see that this craft, whatever it is, it's up there in the sky and it's massive. Whatever it is, what are we looking at, guys? Is this something otherworldly or something in regards to Secret Space Force Black Project? I'm not exactly sure. This thing's pretty crazy. Your thoughts here, Brent?
Yeah, notice the tail and the way it changes colors. Could this be a large single craft or multiple craft? It's strange. Some people might say that it's just an LED kite floating up there above the sky rim of the city over there, but this thing's pretty high up there, and it just seems to stay in the exact same spot. And to put lights on a kite, really, it's not very feasible. It'll put too much weight on it. This thing seems to be just hanging over there above the city and making its appearance. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and maybe if it's coming out of China, they're trying to hide this footage at the moment. It's hard to get footage out of there, but when we're looking at this, it almost seems like it's there. It was a full moon, and you could see almost the moonlight shimmer upon the craft itself, giving its size and dimension. And again, these lights coming out of these portholes. We've heard of these kind of tic-tac, cigar-shaped craft. They've been around for over a century. We've had reports in the 1880s of these things. Are they making an appearance? Are they not hiding anymore? It seems these UFO sightings are on the rise, and they're getting close.
Yeah, it's people like you guys keeping your eyes on the sky, having a camera ready, knowing to look up and have that opportunity when it's in front of your face. You're going to pull it out and film it and send this footage straight to Third Phase of Moon. Again, people are the ones that are going to give disclosure, and we're not really seeing much coming up from these government leaks, and it seems like we're going to have to sit on Third Phase of Moon to get the news out, because our government's not going to give us nothing. What is this in the sky in Asia?
I don't know, but I'm estimating this thing's at least 50 to 75, 100 yards in length. Again, it just remains stationary, and that's a good indicator that it's not any kind of blimp or a helicopter, airplane, whatever it is. It's spectacular footage. And let me tell you, there's some still photographs that have been making the rounds in regards to, the infamous TR-3B. And we received these photographs, and they look pretty good. Let me tell you, they look very authentic. But before we show them to you, we want to make sure that when we present things that we're dealing with real videos coming from a real source. And in this case, when we received these photographs of this supposed TR-3B, there wasn't really any source behind it, but the whole internet is sharing them across all platforms. And let's just bring up these photos and take a look at this. They're pretty incredible. Absolutely. I would hope that this could be a TR-3B doing a transmedium position into the ocean. And we have these multiple shots. I guess the second photo to the right apparently shows the TR-3B transmedium into the ocean itself there. This is kind of cool. And let me tell you, these are crystal clear shots. But earlier today, Lions Ground did a little work on his channel. He was looking very closely at the images, and he came up with this theory that these are indeed not authentic. So he did a side-by-side comparison with two individual photographs here. And as you can see, the ocean ripples line up perfectly. And this would be impossible. The ocean is alive, and you can never capture the exact same ocean line in its ripple state over and over again. And you can see in these photos that they're lining up perfectly. So whatever it is, they use the ocean background a couple times and then place their object. So sorry guys, it just didn't work. Now let's get into this. It started about 3 years ago. In regards to this UAP stuff, the push, the threat, well, this is pretty cool stuff. So listen up, everybody.
From a national security perspective, identify those things that we see, whether we see them electro-optically, we see them with radar, we see them as eyewitness reports, through a myriad of different ways and avenues that we receive the information, and try to ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security.
So about a year later, on September 19th, 2019, the Navy confirms the 3 videos are the real deal. Well, are they?
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs, they call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago by fighter pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times.
Now let's hear from everyone, shall we? Like Dr. Michio Kaku.
But now we have videotapes from the United States military. Physicists have now analyzed these graphs frame by frame, and we realize that no known commercial or military vehicle can reproduce the gyrations and the velocities of these objects.
And let me first preface by saying some of that material, that's provenance is frankly hearsay, while the provenance of some of this material has been substantiated. And ultimately, we're in the process of analyzing this material at 3 different levels. We're looking at its physical properties, its chemical, or if you will, molecular properties, and then ultimately its atomic properties.
What happened to those supposed UFO materials? Why aren't we hearing about that now? Then Tucker Carlson investigates the 180-day countdown with Nick Pope.
What do you think they're likely to reveal?
Who didn't even want to talk to Stephen Greer.
Well, it's interesting because Senator Marco Rubio said he would almost rather this was alien, because if it turns out to be China or Russia, then we're in big trouble, because the sorts of speeds and maneuvers and accelerations that these objects are capable of really is concerning. And I hope that we're going to find out about that. It's interesting, just before Christmas, there were some leaks. Sitting in Office of Naval Intelligence is an organization called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. They're probably the ones drafting this report. Some leaks suggest they have not ruled out the extraterrestrial hypothesis.
Dr. Sapphire, do you maintain that same optimism?
So I'll be honest, I'm with Harris. I don't like the unidentified portion. I mean, right now, we can't even protect ourselves from misinformation from China, and our southern border isn't even secure. So I want to know what these are, because I'm not very confident that we can protect ourselves should we need to. I'd like some more information, so I'm ready for them to release that report.
Then on June 23rd, 2021, Podesta calls for UFO transparency.
There is, information that has been collected by the U.S. government that has not been released to the public. And let the scientists debate what these phenomena are. We've now seen, as a result of reporting by the New York Times and others, the video evidence of these unidentified aerial phenomena. Let's put it out there, let people debate it.
What is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
And then let's jump up to Friday, June 25th, 2021, the D-Day for Disclosure Day. What happens? It's a big nothing burger.
Well, this is certainly a historic moment for us, for our country, and I think for our military and our intelligence community. The government has formally and officially come out and informed Congress that these things are A, they're real, and 2, that they're not ours. Concentrating in just the last year and a half involving only military equities. And then the report further stipulates that a large majority of reporting really goes unreported.
So they're extraterrestrial. I mean, what's the other? I mean, let's just say it. I mean, what's the other explanation? Potentially.
Well, Tucker, that's a fantastic question, because as we've said before, when I was an ATIP, this is something that could involve outer space, inner space, or frankly, the space in between. If you notice, the very first line in the report is, this is a preliminary report, which is indicative of the fact that hopefully there will be other reports forthcoming. But the question is, what is it? And of course, people jump to speculation it's from the Pleiades or something like that, when in fact, one of the hypotheses when I was an ATIP was that this could be as natural to Earth as we are. We're just now at a point where technologically we're advanced enough where we can begin to actually collect information on it and begin to try to figure out what it is.
Disclosure Day, June 25th, it's come and gone, but NBC News quotes,
the possibilities they
report opens more questions. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. We didn't get any answers.
Adversaries, advanced technology, or simply other. A senior U.S. government official said they don't have enough data to identify the objects, but said there is no evidence they are extraterrestrials.
The long-awaited Pentagon report on UFOs was released today, and it echoes the reporting from 60 Minutes that there are a lot of unexplained sightings, more than 140 since 2003, including 11 near misses with U.S. aircraft. There is no evidence, the report says, that adversaries like Russia or China are behind them. So, these sightings remain a mystery.
Now, listen to Seth Shostak of SETI. In my opinion, he doesn't got to say much.
It says there are a bunch of mysterious things that we don't understand, but there's no real evidence presented that any of it has to do with aliens.
Well, it sounds like we're getting mixed reviews about what this preliminary 9-page report explains, and it's coming from both sides. Let's hear what Harry Reid says, or dare I say, the Men in Black. Look at his outfit.
Don't know what these unidentified flying objects are, but it's something that, as far as I'm concerned, this is a preliminary report, and I mean preliminary. There needs to be a tremendous amount of government resources put into this, so we better understand it so it's not some kind of a fringe part of what government's doing. They've got to dive into this because we and the American people are entitled to know what the hell's going on.
We saved this one for the last.
It was really lackluster, but what makes me encouraged is how discouraged people are by what was put out, because it means that they want to learn more. The UAP task force had 6 months to compile something on a mystery that goes over decades, and they only had 2 staff members.
Wrong. They had it over 70 years. Citizens have been asking for the evidence since Roswell. Do you remember this?
For a fact, I have been exposed to information. I know for a fact that the United States military knows a lot more about the UFO mystery, about these craft, and we are not seeing that in the report. But that's okay, because this is now the change where we can begin to talk about it and acknowledge it.
The report may have been small, but it was a preliminary report. Whatever that really means, we're going to have to find out. Apparently, we're not going to get much. But this is the age we're living in, because we all know the public out there is where the information's at. You, the people, are having your eyes on the skies, and you got a cell phone handy with a pretty good camera. So make sure upload your UFO video to YouTube and copy paste that link to my email. It's in the description. We'll take a look at your stuff. And to support the channel, take a look at these cool t-shirts. That's right, we're doing it. The store's open. The Third Phase of Moon store is open, and we've got the hoodies, we've got the t-shirts for men, women, all sizes. And let me tell you, the design's really cool, but the quality on top of that is awesome stuff. It's 100% cotton, and it's a good deal. You could get this kind of stuff on other tee platforms or t-shirt platforms. It would cost you much, much more for this kind of quality. So get your shirts, buckle up, and appreciate it, guys, for being here tonight, right here at Third Phase of Moon. Take a look at the link to the store. It's in the description. We'll see you real soon, everybody.
System, no more lies rolling.